Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I will show you a card I make and I will work here on, or I'm working already on glossy photo paper. You know, that's one of these leftover things I had from my photo printer. I really like to work on it, and I put this already through embossing folder. It's this wall texture one from Ranger, and yeah, it's I dab this alcohol ink on, and it's not really covering because of the texture, but it doesn't matter. I will make a second one. I will use both, but the second one will go to the recipient I made it for. It's someone special, so I wanted to make something, yeah, special. Let's say it like this. Okay, my cards are all special, I think, but okay. So this is a darker green. They call it pesto. I use this for the edges, get a bit of depth into that, and I dab it on here. Now I always put the alcohol ink onto this felt, a bit of this alcohol solution on top, that it spreads better. You don't need it necessarily when you only have one color, but it thins it down. You can work a bit longer with it. So, and this is a new card now. I haven't put that through the embossing folder. I use this green first to cover the whole card, and I put it then through the folder. And that's through the folder already now. I use this pesto, the green dark, and do the same. I go around the edges for some depth here, dab it on, and I put some of this alcohol solution into my syringe and let this alcohol ink flow. I thought it makes it a bit floatier. It would drip better. I doubt it needs it, but yeah, I wanted to have a bit of drippage. That's how I did it. So I was desperate to use this die cut flower. Yeah, I had this left over with mainly purple because that's the favorite color of the recipient. So yeah, I was desperate to try that, but it didn't work. To me, it didn't work. It was too fragile, too thin, too, yeah, for this really dark. Well, it's not dark, but I think this die cut flower is always better to use when you have a very light background. Might be a bit of watercolors on watercolor paper, but mainly love white. And yeah, so I'm going on here. This is a gilding wax. Put my fingers in, and then I go slightly over these raised areas to have it mainly there, and work now with the first one I started where the texture was on already. I use it's called Stream, and go over it, press it down hard that I get all the areas covered. I really like this effect and the colors for with the green and then this stream in the background. Really like that. I'm not using this flower because it didn't work on both, and that's. But yeah, I'm using here the copper, the mixative you can get with this alcohol inks, and of course it's not an alcohol ink, but it works quite well with this solution, alcohol solution. I didn't use it in this way because in this case because I wanted to have this very concentrated on that card. Made a bit of drippage but wasn't enough, so I used my brush here to get more on it, and at the very end with a bit of this copper I went over all these raised areas, and that looks absolutely beautiful. But as I said, I'm not using that one because it was, at the end of the day, far too dark. I think that I will use that for a male card, for a man. Yeah, I think so. That's the best thing, but with a bit of thingy on it. Tell me. steampunk stuff, you know. So I use here very soft cloth to buff this Gilding Wax bit, but I will put more on it. I think it is definitely not obvious enough, and put far more on my finger now, press it down far more or harder, and I think that looks much nicer. There's a big blob there. I remove that with my baby wipe here because I didn't want to have it that bloppy. Okay, this is watercolor paper. I go over here with my Tombow watercolor markers and randomly spread it with water to spread it out. That works really good on watercolor paper. You're not having to do a lot, just spread the water on. So I dry that and lift it always up that the puddles are running up and down a bit. It makes a bit of a texture. So this is a stamp set from Chocolate Baroque. It's a steampunk flower thing, and I really love that. You know, it's flowers. It's basically, yeah, it's lampshades, isn't it? Well, it's so fantastic. Love that stamp set a lot. So, and this is so-called frosted film from Tim Holtz. It's a self-adhesive. You can glue that down and it gives this frosty effect. You can look through, you will see everything, but on top it has this, yeah, frosty effect. You will see that later. So I'm using purple here to get that down. Use my water tank brush, and here for the metal parts I use this copper gel pen, and yeah, I will go back in with some more. No, I will do. Will I want? Can't remember. Am I doing that on top or no? I don't know. I cut it smaller because it was far too big. It would have covered too much from my wall. And oh yeah, I start to blend a bit or shade a bit at the edges. That's what I wanted to do. Use first dark yellow here. So, and now that the frosted film, I cut that down, and as you can see the image clearly. It's visible, but the surface is quite nice, very sticky. So, etch in here with the purple pit brush. I doubt you will see a difference, but if it's black, dark or purple, and it wasn't definitely, it was too plain, wasn't going on a lot, so that's why I use here the alcohol ink again in purple, put some water down and then blend it into, wanted to have it far more distressy. Yeah, I'm working here extremely concentrated that I forgot that I'm not yeah, in frame, out of frame here. Sorry, I'm coming back soon, I think. Yeah, I'm coming back soon. Yeah, okay, I heard it. And I use here my baby wipe and dab off the alcohol ink and put it on top, and I think that looks much nicer now. So I attach it here with the eyelets and use my crop die for that. It's a bit difficult, but yeah, I could have used the small one, but no. I have this handheld crop dial as well, and yeah, okay, it wouldn't have worked here because you're very restricted with this handheld thing. You can't go into the page, into the middle. Okay, I glue that down to black cardstock because I wanted to have a really nice contrast, a nice little edge, and that goes onto the card base, a white card base, and that's it already. It's done. Okay, here's the close-up, and I have to say sorry, I forgot to take pictures. It was already in the envelope when I thought about that, so This is the close-up. I think you can see it quite good. I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun, and I thank you a lot for watching, guys. And I hope I see you soon with my next project. Have a fantastic time. Bye bye.